Good morning, everybody. Tom with Museum of the Great Wars with the guys from Mother Road Media. Today we have both Dave and Jay with us, which is unusual and certainly appreciated. And today we're coming to you from EAA Chapter 765 out here at the Kingman Airport. And the first question everybody always asks is, what's the EAA? Well, that's the Experimental Aircraft Association. It's an organization that's been going for about 50 years now, and basically was started by a bunch of guys that were nonconformists who wanted to fly experimental airplanes and do different and cool things. One of the core tenets of the EAA is education, and they do a lot of different things for young people. They have a Young Eagle program where kids get to go experience flying for the first time, and they do a lot of things to support warbirds and different things like that. Behind us we have War Kitty, which is the Museum of the Great Wars little airplane. And while technically not a military aircraft by any stretch of the imagination, War Kitty was built in the 90s as what was called a boredom fighter. And this was a little experimental aircraft, and we acquired it. You guys may have tuned in a few months ago when we went over east to Kingman and brought it home. And today we've been working on it, actually rather yesterday we've been working on it here in the EAA hangar. And these guys have been super awesome. And we'll go ahead and say hi to these guys. Like I say, this is actually the first time we've ever filmed in front of a live studio audience. And here we have a live studio audience over there. And a live studio dog who's wandered in, and which is totally cool. Hello, Joe's dog. And anyway, so yesterday rather, we came in here and we got to put the wings on. It was the first time we've actually seen this airplane assembled since we brought her back from where we brought her back from, off of no, it doesn't matter, but east of town. And anyways, we found that there's a few things that we need to do, but overall, she's in remarkably good shape, 99% complete. We're going to replace the tires. We're going to have some fabric work that we have to do. But other than that, the airplane's in super shape, and it's going to be ready to go on display hopefully next spring. And again, we can't thank the guys here at the chapter enough for opening up their home and letting us rent some space and do some work on the airplane. Now we're going to give you a little bit of a tour of War Kitty. We're going to walk around the airplane a little bit and kind of show you some of what we've got going on. In here we've got the cockpit, or it's a cockpit. And let's just be honest about it. I'm pretty sure Orville and Wilbur went back and forth. One of them was probably like, I want to call it a wiener hole. And he's like, no. He's like, Dick Cave, absolutely not. And then they settled on cockpit, which was apparently acceptable to both of them. So anyways, very well put together, nice mahogany. The gentleman who worked on this airplane did a phenomenal job with this sort of work. There's some places where there's some things that make me question maybe what he was thinking, but the cockpit certainly isn't one of them. It's a beautiful area and nice. I tried sitting in this thing yesterday. And apparently this dude was like 6'8", or had some sort of other plans to put a really thick seat cushion in here. But we've all heard the saying, a monkey humping a football, and that's exactly what getting in and out of this thing looked like yesterday. So, but anyhow, very, very neat, very well put together. Of course, she is fabric. You can hear the drum sound on it, which is how most of these airplanes were made. All wood construction with just a little bit of metal on the wire bracing and on the end struts. And if you look up at the very top of the wing, he can show you there's one little small hole up there that we've got to repair. That's just going to be a little dollar patch. And then we'll show you some damage on the other side, which I would like to note was on this airplane before we bought it. So anyways, coming back here, you've got all the flying wires on the tail. And I say all of this doesn't have to come off whenever we move it, which is nice. And then we'll come on around to the other side. Come on, walk around the front there, and we'll catch the engine and everything. And so up here we've got, inside of here is a 65 horsepower Continental air-cooled aircraft engine. And then right here we've got our nice wooden propeller. Now this propeller is not airworthy, and it did not come with the airplane. But I need to give a huge thanks to our guy Rob down in Mesa. Rob is who we got our Beach 18 project from. And Rob is one of those people that you call Rob knowing that he has whatever it is you need. And I called Rob and I'm like, hey, Rob, we got this project and we need a propeller. And Rob's like, hold on. And 20 minutes later, he's like, I got a propeller for you. So we've got this prop. It actually belonged to a friend of his that was off of his Globe Swift. And it's not airworthy, but his friend would be certainly glad to see that it's being used. If we look down here, you can see the difference between the two tires. On the right-hand side, these are the tires we're going to be putting on the airplane. Those are actual aircraft tires. And on the left-hand side over here, we can see the lawnmower tires that we're going to be removing because they're lawnmower tires. So if we were going to operate the airplane, we would go ahead and replace. These are bungees that actually kind of act as shock absorbers. They've clearly been sitting in the Arizona desert for a while. And then if we come along over to here, we'll show you the one big repair that we're going to have to do, which isn't terrible. And right under here, we can see where we've got a hole in the fabric. And anyhow, some of the other EAA guys are going to help us out with this project. We're going to do just a very basic repair, repaint the stars and bars underneath it, and call it good. So other than that, like I say, it's a pretty neat airplane. It's pretty remarkable, and we're certainly glad to have it in the museum, and look forward to heck, probably getting the damn thing running and taxiing around the airport. And this live studio audience keeps trying to encourage me and tell me that I need to take this airplane flying, and I keep trying to tell them no, I don't, because I don't want to crash, and crashing hurts, and the older you get, the more pain sucks. So anyways, we appreciate you guys tuning in with Mother Road Media, Museum of the Great Wars, coming to you from EAA 765 out here at the airfield. We appreciate our hosts being awesome to us, and we look forward to working with them again in the future on other things and Young Eagles. And maybe next time they do that, we'll bring our radial engine on a trailer over, and the kids can see what one of those looks like up close and personal. And we appreciate you guys as always. We hope you have a happy new year. Take care. Bye-bye.